Well, what did you say about the military that got people so mad? Or this one guy so
Right.
mad?
I was just saying, like, yeah, the guy who flies the fighter jet, okay, and has missile shot at him, that guy's a hero. However, if you're the guy that, like, points in the direction that the plane takes off in, you know what I mean? We're kind of...
I think most of us have a guilty pleasure. And one of my guilty pleasures used to be some of the stuff I watched on YouTube. One of those things that I watched was this thing called Stolen Valor. And if you're not familiar with that, that's pretty much when you see people who walk around among us pretending that they've served in the military. They might have on a uniform or some sort of paraphernalia that sort of implied that they were in the service. And what I loved about those videos was them getting exposed by people who actually were in the military. Now, these people were really narcissistic because they would really lie and to a person who's actually been in the military. They'll ask them a bunch of questions that only someone in the military would know, and then they would sit there and just lie their way through it. And I just was blown away by how someone could be so full of it, even in the face of the truth. Okay. Like, so that I was just fascinated by that. I don't know why, which has me interested in this video. I haven't seen it. I'm not saying that this is what this video is about, but this is Bill Burr got in trouble for making fun of the military. All right. So I know they're completely unrelated. All right. But it was just it just made me think of when I used to watch those videos, because I used to love to see people get exposed. I thought they were hilarious. All right. Like people who put the patch on the wrong side or wearing Air Force Ones with the uniform. It was all pretty crazy, but I'm rambling. But let's go ahead and get right into the reaction. Let's go.
You did a show in Reno this weekend, I understand.
Yes, I did.
Okay, how did it go?
It went great. It was just, a big show. Everything went great. And then one person, I was making fun of the military, which you can't do now. Like, we totally went from Vietnam, all the hippies being like, hey, man, you're like a baby killer, man, to like now you got to give like a standing ovation when they walk over to Delta. You know what I mean? Show that you're not in ISIS. Like, I don't know what you have to be doing. Like, thank you. So
I never thought about that. I don't do that, but I get where he's going though. There's a lot of groups you can't make fun of anymore.
I do this bit making fun of the military a little bit. And the first time I did it at a VFW to make sure that it was funny in the right way. And it killed. It was even a dude, he lost his legs. He almost fell out of his chair, dying laughing, going, dude, that is so true.
So you got approval.
You had Lieutenant Dan cracking up.
From that. Veterans,
so then I'm doing it in front of regular people, you know what I mean? So the second everybody has a good time with it except one person. He came all the way up to the front and just didn't even heckle, just started yelling. He's like, hey, show some respect. He starts yelling at me like he's my dad, right?
There's always one.
So he's like 100 pounds overweight. I'm like, why don't you show some respect and lose a little weight? Next time you have the middle seat on a flight, you won't be spilling over onto your fellow Americans. No, I know.
I've seen enough of Bill Burr's videos to know that is a pet peeve of his, but I don't know who wouldn't be absolutely upset with that. I mean, especially if it's a long flight and you got to deal with that, come on, man.
Off limits, because now fat people are heroes. Everybody is a hero now.
Everyone's a hero.
No, I'm going to tell you what about fat people. Your organs are not giving you a standing ovation as you walk over to the refrigerator again. What you're doing is dangerous. You got children, lay off the ice cream.
I mean, we have fat models in America.
It's so brave. It's so brave to be out of that, so whatever. So that guy, oh, my God. I was so upset that security, escorted him out. I wanted to talk. I started my show blaming women for sexual harassment. That's how I started it. Yes, it was absurd. I wasn't being serious, you children. This is the worst time
I have to now move my chair away from you.
I know, because I don't...
You children?
Dude,
I've never heard somebody use you children in such a derogatory matter and it hit like your children.
Harassment. That's how I started it. Yes, it was absurd. I wasn't being serious, you children.
Who says that? That's pretty awesome.
This is the worst time
I have to now move my chair away from you.
I know, because then all of a sudden, dude, it's literally...
It's tough times right now.
As a comedian, it's like the walls. It's like you're in this walk-in closet of what can be funny. And meanwhile, there's like a swirl of trash with every toothbrush he ever used spinning around the Pacific Ocean. Nobody cares. God forbid you tease the Navy a little bit and people have like a conniption.
Well, what?
It's just a overwhelming censorship we got going on now, and it's getting worse each year. I remember when it first started happening on Facebook. You know, people started getting their posts taken down or getting banned, and now it's like a normal thing. It just slowly started creeping in, and you can't say certain things, and it's getting kind of scary because censorship can lead to so many different things.
Ocean. Nobody cares. God forbid you tease the Navy a little bit and people have like a conniption.
Well, what did you say about the military that got people so mad? Or this one guy so
I
mad?
was just saying, like, yeah, the guy who flies the fighter jet, okay, and has missile shot at him, that guy's a hero. However, if you're the guy that, like, points in the direction that the plane takes off in, you know what I mean? We're kind of...
I get where he's going. He was like, I'm supposed to give you a standing ovation too. Technically, yeah.
We're kind of watering down what is heroic behavior.
You don't think that guy, the guy who points in the direction is...
Yeah, the guy doing Warrior One, like the yoga pose. Like the battlefield is that way.
This guy is just naturally funny. This is not even a bit. He just talks and he's hilarious.
No, but everything has just become that. It's just become like this,
Right.
this, you know, that whole first responder thing, you know, all these like code words you have to say. It's so stupid. I'm a first responder. I love that one. It's like, dude, I called you. I saw the fire. What am I? What do you have, like ESP? We just want to thank our first responders, and just everything has just become, and it drives me up the wall.
All right, we're gonna take a little break. We'll have more
That's awesome.
with Bill Burr. We'll calm him down during the commercial break.
You know what's funny about this interview is that this interview is better than a lot of bits I've seen comedians write on stage. All right. And he's just talking. All right. I think the guy could probably go on stage and talk for 30 minutes and entertain the crowd with nothing written. All right. Just pick a topic and the guy will go in. And I like that he's disagreeable. I love that he is going in on censorship here because we seem to be getting more censored more and more each year. You know, I'm seeing more people's platforms get taken down simply for hurting people's feelings, you know, not causing harm, but just hurting feelings. And that's not, in my opinion, that's not an American way. You know, the more that you censor people, if you can control what people say, then you can eventually control what they think. All right. So that's why that's a really scary thing to topic. Yes, we need a level of censorship, in my opinion, but I think that it's getting out of hand. That's just what my take from it. Okay, so that's what I got, guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All my links to support the page are below in the description, including my Patreon. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.